At that moment, I was on the sticks already. I had him in the crosshairs, and I was just kind of going through my process. And then the bison, they all kind of scrambled. As you could see, he was quartering away pretty hard. All right, guys, Mike here with Pursue the Hunt, and got Jeremy behind the camera. And we are super fortunate to be heading out to Sickanee River Outfitters for one final kick at the cat here for bison. So it's been a pretty tough year, low snow yield, and a wet fall last year has really kind of kept them high up. But we're gonna give her one more kick at the cat, and haven't really ever been to the mountains in the winter time, so pretty excited for the adventure as well, but definitely hoping to put something on the ground. So enjoy the show. Getting to the gate. Super excited, getting into the Sickanee Valley now, so yeah. It's been a grind, but we're hoping to capitalize on it this weekend. Alright, just get to the ranch, head in, see what the game plan is, get settled in here, find out where we'll be sleeping, hopefully not under the stars. Let's head on inside. Alright, just getting ready to go here this morning. Sun's coming up, so just gearing up here. Head out to the snowmobiles and hopefully get a bison. Yes, super excited. We got 48 hours to make this happen, so let's get going.
Dances.
Yeah.
Don't.
How are we feeling this morning?
Feeling like I need to get ready.
Count me in.
You're in.
I'm in?
Yeah.
Am I live?
You're live. 5, 4.
Okay, so we just pulled up. We're doing some bison hunting and come up on a wolverine in the trap. So that's pretty kind of cool. Monty, did you check if it's a male or a female?
Yeah, it's a male.
It's a male. Not an overly big one, but pretty cool nonetheless. So we're just walking down the trail. We're gonna check out a couple of meadows here. Okay, so we're gonna head down to these meadows. We spotted about 5 buffalo. So we're just hoping that it all comes together here. So you'll have to be the one on the right. It's one in the back.
Yep.
Certain. I don't have a shot.
Just let him.
You on him?
Yep.
I hit it.
I hit you. That was fun.
Felt like a really good shot there.
Awesome. Yeah, I love treating you.
So we just put 2 bullets into like the largest land animal in North America. Holy crap, that was a massive stalk. We played the wind. Wally was watching the wind the whole time. And we got right in tight to these buffalo. Oh my gosh, that's unreal. Oh yeah. Safety's on it. lots of daylight still, and even tomorrow. But I don't think we should keep bumping them, so we're just gonna wait for a little bit here. That's all right. Well, it's getting pretty late in the day and we've been tracking them all day and we've been seeing lots of fresh sign, but unfortunately we haven't caught up to him, so we feel the best situation is to just leave him overnight so he can slow down, bed down. We'll come back up the same trail tomorrow morning and hopefully we can get back on him and recover him. So we're gonna head back to the sleds so we can get back before dark. This hunt's been over a month. Finally get our opportunity and part of me just thinks I blew it. But we decided to back out and go back up tomorrow and hopefully find him. You know, we had really good blood and you know, we caught up to him twice. I got on him and I actually pulled the trigger and the safety was on. We think his wound gelled up and so we lost a lot of the blood trail, but I'm just hoping and praying we can find this buffalo and pack it out and call it a season. So we've just arrived at the place we turned around yesterday. We tracked the bison up this hill where we parked at the bottom of, so head back up there praying that he is bedded right beside the trail, like 100 yards from where we turned around. Otherwise it's gonna be a long day, so let's go recover bison. Okay, so we just spent the better part of the day tracking the buffalo. Unfortunately did not recover any sign of blood or any fatal wounding, so we have made the decision to back out of the area. So fortunately that's sometimes the way hunting goes. I mean, we put in all day yesterday and today, and yeah, sometimes the cookie crumbles not in your favor. This place will eat you up, spit you out.
What happened?
Long story short, we shot a buffalo and couldn't recover it. It's not a great feeling. You know, you always make decisions in the field based on whether or not you have a clean shot, and reading the situation and all those kind of elements put together. And the shot was about 90 yards, and he was feeding, and there was a twig snap, and at that moment I was on the sticks already. I had him in the crosshairs, and I was just kind of going through my process when he lifted his head and he turned like right at us. And it was one of those things where, you know, I had a clear lane. I know in the camera it looked like there was some twigs in the way, but my cameraman, he was off to my left, and I had a clean shot, and you could just hear like the thud of that impact. And it was a good hit. And then the bison, they all kind of scrambled, as you could see. And then we gave him some time. We went back, got the snowmobiles, brought them back, started tracking him, and bumped him out of his first bed. And it was so thick in there, you could just see trees moving or hear footsteps, and you couldn't get any of these clean shots away. And we went a second time. We found a second bed. Both beds had good blood in them. And then he started to just stop bleeding. So we had to back out the next day, go back and keep tracking him. And this bison was, at this point, we've obviously figured out that he wasn't fatally hit. As sick of a feeling as it was to go through your mind that you may not recover this animal, you know, we just kept feeling the need to keep going until we just couldn't anymore. It just makes you feel really disappointed about the situation, but you know, you are in their domain. They're so tough, and they have such a will to survive, and they're so resilient that more than anything is, it's so easy to underestimate these animals and what they can just push through, really.
So what do you feel you learned from this experience?
You know, I talked to a lot of people after this happened, and even the guys in camp, and you know, they, you know, it was encouraging in a way, because, you know, they didn't want me to beat up myself too hard about it and stuff like that, because, you know, it still happens as much as you don't want it to happen. If you hunt long enough and you hunt enough animals, at some point in time you're probably going to experience this, where you just think you made that great shot and it just doesn't end up working out. And you know, it's not an excuse to say, well, it's just hunting, because it is a part of hunting. Hunting is the fair chase of animals inside their environment. It's not killing, it's hunting.
Why are you choosing to kill bisons?
I think it's important for the audience, you know, even hunting on TV, it's still, we're showcasing the real actual events, and not, don't want to televise, or we don't want people to see this side of us or whatever. But I think it's really important that the audience understands that there is disappointment in hunting, and it's not all just a bunch of success and, you know, high-fiving. That there's always lessons to be learned out in the field, that you are the guest in that situation, and taking away all those different experiences you learn, good, bad, and ugly. But I think it's just really important to showcase the truth.